We are live with Emily Gollmer on the World of Ability Podcast Network. Your podcast engineer, Emily Gollmer. OMG, EMG. Take it away, Emily.
Welcome, everybody, to the World of Ability Podcast Network. My name is Emily Gollmer, and we're excited I'm a podcast engineer here, and we're excited to bring you a new show, new episode with the new show here with John Petros and about revolutionizing your marketing with Mill City Marketing MA. So I'll pass it over to Kurt here to kick us off. So welcome, Kurt.
Thank you, Emily. Yeah, I'm excited to present to you this new exclusive episode, new creation here at the World of Ability Podcast Network. And this is what I love to do. I tell people all around the world, I love marketing through technology and events. And with this exchange you're going to be tuning into right now, or you are tuned into, is we're going to talk a little bit about advertising and a lot of things in marketing to the tune of revolutionizing your marketing. And all of this brought to you by Mill City Marketing MA. So we have a lot of platforms and a lot of ideas we're going to be presenting. We're going to be having this come through with our friend John. We met John through some developments that come to us from alignable.com. So join the community there. It's what made this culmination possible. Good old-fashioned business networking. So John, come on in here and describe a little bit more about your history in marketing. Go back to before you got involved in marketing. What inspired you? How did that develop that all of a sudden you became a marketing guy? Where did it start?
Well, it's a very interesting story. Started probably about 7 years ago or so. Me and my wife took a cruise, and of course, once you get a suite on a cruise, you never want to go back. So I wanted to help other people enjoy their cruises or vacations. So I started a travel agency with an international travel company. They gave me a website and kept specials on the page and everything. I said, oh, this is great. I'll get customers in through them. Didn't happen that way. Not at all. So I took it upon myself. I said, well, how hard can it be to make ads and put ads out there? So I went on to Facebook and tried it myself. It worked a little bit. I got a couple, but it wasn't successful. Then I bumped into this guy online who I was getting emails from, and he was starting a certification class in marketing. He's got over 300,000 students in 75 different countries around the world. So I said, hey, if you're going to learn, you might as well learn from the best. So I took his certification course about 3.5 years ago. And that's how I started getting into marketing. And I took his course again last summer. He started incorporating AI into it. AI is growing leaps and bounds. It changes by the week with new platforms coming out and everything. So I'm keeping up on the technology, on incorporating AI into the marketing that I do. And I'm always increasing. Is about a month and a half ago, I got the okay to do videos, short time videos on Disney Plus and Hulu live streaming, which is something that a lot of marketers haven't gotten into yet.
Yeah, that is for sure. That is a great connection for us here at the World of Ability Podcast Network. I hope I can invite with you, John, that you and me and Emily and our team here with World of Ability Podcast Network, that we talk about that, because we might be able to be a great referral partner for you, that we continue to offer that capacity here with our network. And then when people want that, they can do it with you. How does that sound, John?
That sounds great to me. I'm looking for all kinds of ways to get the word out and get more and more clients. As they say, the more the merrier.
That's right. That's right. There's a big power in numbers, and a lot of times what you command in the marketplace on marketing, a lot of times people, when they're looking to pay for marketing, they want to see numbers. So yeah, definitely the more the merrier on that. And that's what entrepreneurs and business people are looking for, that they have a great offering, product, service, and everything that they do. And they want to know that we can get them to a broader audience and have more people be introduced. We know in the field that it's a process of, a lot of times it's taught as AIDA, attention, interest, desire, action, which the action for a business person is that that customer or client decides to buy. So, John, how do you navigate all of that?
As far as using AI, something new comes up, I check it out, I play around with it. And another thing I got to mention about AI is there's different platforms out there now that if someone doesn't want to do a video online, I can take a picture of them because I've done it with myself. Take a picture, put content to it, and the picture actually moves and speaks what the content is. So if someone doesn't want to be on video live, I can do a video with them just by using a picture of them.
Yeah, that is great. Yeah, we have an organization that they do a demo reel where they're not only able to, well, first of all, the demonstration with this company is that we come on and we do a couple minutes of a video, just an introductory thing. And then we submit that into the system, and then the system gives back to us a half a dozen other languages that we're speaking. So it provides me the opportunity to not just speak it in English, but then the system brings me back, and it adjusts the movement of the face, with the lips and everything, so that if you're speaking French or Italian or German or Portuguese or Japanese, Chinese, whatever, that it's all very cohesive and a true message of speaking to that person, in other countries, the dialect of other countries, with Spanish or whatever it is. So yeah, we are in a day today for sure, John, where there are a lot of tools to functionally deliver your message and your offering through technology. So it sounds like this is quite a bit of your interest area and your expertise, and what you connect for people being introduced to what you can do, right?
Yeah, exactly. And at the age of 65, you're never too old to learn new concepts.
There we go. That's always good. They have that thing of teaching old dogs new tricks, but you're saying you're not afraid to do that. So do that yourself, and maybe you have some other people who, are later in their career and also learning from you some tips, tricks, and techniques. Would that be right?
Yeah, that's why I'm starting next month an online college course. Are you ready for this? At the age of 65, starting with cybersecurity.
Cybersecurity, nice. A huge topic out there, and something that everybody online needs to participate in some way, shape, or form, fashion. The security element is something we all got to team up on. And like you said before, power numbers. The more we in numbers squash out those folks who are doing harm through, cyber attacks and stuff like that, and then just all the companies out there creating the softwares and, all of the programming, like with our Microsoft systems, Apple systems, and stuff like that, how they have it all built in there to protect what we're doing on our devices. So yeah, huge topic.
Yeah. And this right here, I got a couple of other branches that I'm connecting with through other people that I've met. And I'm going to end up being a one-stop shop for businesses. They need, if they need loans, they can't get them through a bank. I've got somebody I can send them to. If they want to help with their taxes, I got somebody I can send them to.
There you go. So in the realm of marketing, John, marketing deals with products and their prices and how it's placed, position in the marketplace. The old adage is location, 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 and that holds true for cyberspace. And so product, place, price, and promotion. How does that realm of marketing come through, in what you do in your company and what you do for your clients?
Well, to get to do ads, you got to pick one item. If they have physical items that they're trying to sell, what item do they sell the most of that attracts people to them? Then you base the ads on that one type of item, and doing the ads can condense it down so the people that see the ads are the people that are interested in that particular item. To give you an example, if I'm working with a person who plans receptions for weddings, you define down the crowd by people that are engaged, that are getting married in, say, 6 months to a year. Then that way, the money that the businesses spend is not wasted. It's going to people who would be interested in what they do.
There you go. There you go. I want to branch over to another part of, covering marketing is, marketing involves many aspects. You mentioned advertising, and a lot of people equate marketing with advertising, but, marketing is truly a more diverse program where, yeah, you have advertising. I mentioned promotion. There's publicity. There's PR. Customer service is a part of marketing. Personal selling is a part of marketing. How do you help clients bring it all together with AI and video and Hulu and everything that you do? How do you help people keep their marketing cohesive so it's a good marketing plan that includes the services that you provide?
That's a good question. It depends on how they want to focus. If they want to focus primarily on social media platforms, or if they want to primarily focus on like live streaming on Disney. If it's a pediatrician or doctor's office or something that deals with kids, then live streaming on Disney Plus would be probably, I would consider their main concern. And if you want to go with the older crowd, doing a 30-second video on Hulu would be the way to go. If they want to go with social media platforms, if they're out under the, it all depends on what the occupation is, or I should say what their business is, and who they want to target as an audience. The main thing is they have to realize who their target audience is. If it's a fast food restaurant, like a pizza place, then it's the age group you go with. if it's a daycare, then the target audience would be mothers with 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 children that are between say 2 years and 7. That would be the target audience for them. Um,
Yeah, absolutely. To kind of, even if, a business person is thinking, well, I can bring this to anybody, there is that element that as you're advertising and as you're doing a marketing campaign, you want to niche it down and you want to create messages and videos and get on Roku with or Hulu with a very specific demographic in mind, because that's how it's going to be more effective, because these shows and whatever, that if you create that pairing, then you can kind of join forces with these advertising platforms that you're on, that they intend that programming or their outreach or what they're doing as an advertising platform, to these demographics. And then if you keep that in mind to say, I want families with young children, and you describe all that, then that way your company's message can be placed cohesively with those that are receiving the message. So yeah, so that's pretty much the landscape of advertising, and a lot of why people generally advise to say, who exactly are you looking for? Not that you can't serve everybody, but there tends to be a demographic that becomes a good demographic to build your company's next phase of success, and to put some concentration to it to make sure that those individuals are getting a clear message that they'll relate to and that they'll value. And like I said before, attention, interest, desire, action. So the advertisement could get their attention, connect to their interests, build that awareness that way. And then the repetition, your marketing program, can be designed to come back to them and percolate a little bit more within their desires and things that kind of get them on that cusp to potentially be ready for a buying action. And then, so it's the repetition. In some fields, like say in nonprofit management and thank yous, like you get this with real estate agents and so forth, that they'll do a program where they're hitting you with postcards or whatever. You see that, these independent contractors or people that want to win over your business, that throughout the year they're hitting you a handful of times or more. And sometimes it kind of boils down to me to be about 7 times a year. Individuals should have some way to know from your marketing and different things you're doing, whether it's print or whether it's email, whether it's text campaign, whether it's you're on Hulu, whatever. There should be some sort of concert happening that within a year, you've given them multiple chances to take up your value proposition, what you're selling, what they could buy from you. Like you see the car commercials and whatever.
yeah.
How do you design that, John, to make sure your clients don't expect that because they were on Hulu once, that all of a sudden sales are going to happen, that they have other parts of the marketing program with you built in, or at least hit Hulu up a bunch of times? Like that's probably what you're doing, right? Is you're probably buying a set of advertising that they get, that they're not just advertising on one show once and that's it, right?
Yeah, it depends on how much they can afford to put into their advertising budget. Um, it depends. What I do is I figure out who their clientele is, and if they have a low amount of money, a low budget for advertising, then I'll try and figure out where the best place would be for them to go for that type of clientele. If they have a large budget for advertising, then I'll put them on a couple of different ones and see which one goes, see which platform gets more response, and then concentrate later on in the month on that one platform. So
Yeah.
the larger the budget, the more platforms can try it out on, and then move into the ones, the one or two that are doing good. That's where having to keep an eye on the analytics on these on the ads comes in. The number of clicks it gets and the cost per click, and there's a lot of different numbers to pay attention to.
Yeah, and then in terms of stretching your marketing and advertising dollar, there are some things that company can do with their staff or themselves, do it yourself type style, to do a little bit of guerrilla marketing or whatever it is, the efforts they can take themselves anyway, to compensate and supplement, the outcome they get from what they invested with the budget that they do have. I can give an example of just in my recreation space. I'm involved in a water ski club, and I was approached by a production company to conjure up a situation where they have 3 chefs that are going around on a tour and talking about TV, a platform like Hulu, but over in Germany, there's the television programming over there. So a television company in Germany has hired this California production company to take care of this docu-series. And so I was approached because of my involvement in a ski club to say, hey, do you want to get these chefs water skiing? We'll capture it, we'll produce it, in a morning, and then we'll have that production, we'll have all the footage, and then this is all towards production in 2025 on German television. And, so for our club to get involved in that, it seems kind of like a lot to help out this company. But for me, I look at it as very worthwhile, because we'll end up with links where we, like John, I'll be able to share this with you. And here on World Ability Podcast Network, I'll be able to share it. And then our ski club will get exposure, and it's kind of like, okay, the ski club had an investment. We'll be burning gas, and we'll be using our resources for this, but the idea is we can get some good returns on that, because we're going to be expanding our reach by being able to do that, and it'll offer a new captivation. Like what is the ski club doing now? Take a look at that, and oh, how cool that we're a local club in my area, but all of a sudden this work product's gonna be delivered in Germany. And it just adds to the enormity of what our organization is doing. And then just think of our membership that they can all share. And then now our club is getting a lot of exposure because we created that. Initially you might think of it as a gimmicky thing, but then when you really watch the video, it is kind of cool that you take 3 chefs that never water skied, and by the end of the program, these chefs are water skiing thanks to a water ski club. So there's creative ideas that can happen, right, John?
Yeah, that's the thing with advertising. Another example of what businesses do that waste their budget. The local newspaper around here that I used to work for, there's a company, Anderson Replacement Windows. Granted, it's a little one page piece of paper that they put in the newspaper, but they may not be maybe paying a couple of cents per page, but they put it out at least once a week, and they've done that for the last 4 months. So how much are they spending? And they have to look at how many customers they end up with. It's probably not much, because the paper industry, for one thing, has gone down, and online would be a better shot for them.
Yep. Very good. Well, I want to check in with our co-host and podcast engineer, Emily Gollmer. Emily, are you able to come back on video? Did we lose you? Are you still with us, Emily? we're in the wrap up phase here. We want to get your, virtual assistant spin on this, your podcast engineer with all the work you do at World Billy Podcast Network, Emily. What do you think of this new show here, Revolutionize Your Marketing with Mill City Marketing? What do you feel is going on here, Emily, with what you do in marketing?
No, this is exciting to have a new show, and yeah, to help promote another organization and so on.
All right, Emily, what are we going to do next? We're in a wrap up phase here. How would you like to wrap up today's spontaneous premiere show? We just came up with this as John joined our Zoom session. We just talked about other things, and then I brought it back to say, hey, what about we live stream? And John said, yeah, I'm game. So here we are, folks, bringing it to you. So that's one thing of marketing, spontaneity, right, Emily?
Yes, it is.
That's what I would call marketing off the cuff.
That it is. That it is. All right, Emily, do you have anything for goodbyes, or how would you like to wrap up? Because I think we did a good job here. I think we got a good initial video, and folks, you have to stay tuned for potentially another episode of Revolutionizing Your Marketing.
I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in, and to stay tuned for the next episode, and to check out all of our social media of the network, and we have other shows as well. So love to see everybody on any of the shows, and working with some great partners as well, like Transforming Media, the Disability Channel, Back Channel, Fungate Studios, and so on. So I'd love to everybody check those places out as well. And I guess until next time, have a safe and productive week, and to stay happy.